Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash, and this is Premier League Punters. I've got Matt and Martin Green joining me today. The big one is a joke of a winter break is now over. We had 4 fixtures, then we only had 3 because Man City was called off, and then we had 7 fixtures. It's been an absolute joke, Martin.
Yeah, it's been a bit annoying not having so much Premier League action to bet on, but I'm glad to see that we're back in the business now. Got a full round of fixtures this weekend, and we're approaching the business end of the season as well. So I think we should be in for some exciting times ahead, particularly in the relegation battle, and potentially to finish top 5 instead of top 4 now.
Yeah, I mean, are we still waiting to see what comes out of Man City's appeal there on their 2-year ban and their €30 million fine?
Yeah, I think the appeal process is going to take quite a while, but in the meantime, I think teams that are down there are just going to have to try to finish 5th and then hope for the best, which looks very interesting for teams like Sheffield United, even Everton, perhaps even Arsenal.
Yeah, maybe Arsenal. Matt, look at this card. It looks really, really trappy.
I agree. Yeah, no, it is a tough card here. But yeah, I'm super excited still to break it down with you guys, and to touch on that top 4, maybe top 5. That's going to be a fantastic race here to finish it off this season.
Okay, and Matt, if Man City get a 2-year ban, they lose some of their players. You being a Liverpool fan, do you think that Liverpool could go on the sort of run that Man United went on in the Premier League in the mid-90s?
Definitely. I think so. I think that's a big possibility. City seem to be their only real challengers here right now. And, the likes of Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea seem to be a step or 2 below right now. So, yes, I would love that. I would love to see that.
Yeah, no, we'd love to see it. But do you think we will see it, Martin?
No, not for me. I don't think you can maintain that consistency for quite so long. I mean, they're playing out of their skin at the moment, but the way that Man City have dropped off this season shows that it can wear you out. I think they could win the league again next season, but not quite with as many points. But yeah, I see Chelsea coming back. They've got a lot of money. They're over their transfer ban now. Other teams will come to the fore, I think, but we could see a couple of back-to-back titles for Liverpool, which would be very well deserved for the team they put together.
Okay, Rafa, can we have a little look at the record, please? Rafa's giving me the old finger up. That's the individual record. We'll go to that. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll do the individual record first. Leave it up, Rafa, because you've got Dave there on 21.9. Flash, minus 1.2. Was as low as minus 18.7, and we've got Martin at the bottom there with 27.4. Main record, maybe we'll leave the main record until the end because it is the biggest record that we've got throughout any of our soccer shows, so we can really we can give ourselves a pat on the back. So get rid of that then, Rafa. Nice one. Let's kick straight into it. Matt, I'm going to come with you, and Matt, you will be given the keys to the golden chest, and you can start putting your own bets into the bet diary, and then next week when it flashes up, you will be in there, okay?
Sounds good.
It does sound good as long as they're all wins and no losses. Okay, Chelsea 1.75, which is minus 133. Draw 4.15, which is plus 315. Spurs 5.0 plus 400. Matt.
Yes, I cashed my ticket last week on the under 2.5 in United Spurs, and that was pretty lucky. I got some great decisions from VAR in that one. But I just don't see where the goals are coming with these two sides. Just not enough clinical finishing for me right now. Spurs didn't create really anything against Leipzig yesterday in the Champions League. I don't know who's going to lead the line here for Chelsea, because if it's Batshuayi, he was very wasteful against United. I just don't see enough clinical finishing in this. So I'm taking the under 2.5 goals in this match at evens. I really like this one.
Okay, so give me that again. You're going for what?
Under 2.5 goals at even odds.
Oh, okay.
Or 2.0.
At 2.0, which is plus 100. Yeah, I can see that happening. Martin?
I'm going to go for Chelsea to win this game. I know Chelsea have been in horrible form. I wouldn't normally like to back Chelsea, but very defeatist comments from Jose Mourinho this week about Tottenham. He said it was like going to a fight with a gun that had no bullets. I know he's kind of making excuses after his team lost, but I think he's got a point, really. As a team like Tottenham, you can't lose Harry Kane and Son and expect to pick up results. They're just very blunt going forwards, and that can encourage Chelsea to take more risks, push more men forwards. At home, I think they can get the job done. It's going to be a big game for Frank Lampard because he's going to be a pupil against master sort of situation. I think he'd relish the opportunity to get one over on Mourinho. I got 1.8 on it earlier. I see now that it has gone into 1.75. So I'd suggest, if you agree, get in there quickly and back Chelsea before the odds shorten again.
Okay, well, I think it was Chelsea that went and won 2-0 at Tottenham earlier on in the season. I have a bit of a problem with both of these sides. The first one is Tottenham. You have a striker like Harry Kane, which then, because he wants to play nearly every single game and every minute of every game, you then cannot attract a big name striker to replace him or rest him, or if he gets injured, to fall back on. So really, it's their own fault for not having the balls to say, right, no, we're going to have another one. Harry, you're not going to play every week. But because they've flogged the horse until he's now injured, then they can't go moaning. But saying that, I think Chelsea are toothless as well. I've gone with Spurs double chance at 2.15, which is at plus 115. I think this could be a very dull game. But Spurs double chance. I was so close to pulling the trigger on Spurs plus 400, but obviously we know Son, we know no Kane, no Sissoko. I just think it's going to be a very, very dour game. So Spurs double chance at 2.15, which is plus 115 for me. Moving on, I'm going to come to you, Martin. Burnley 2.2 plus 120, draw 3.42 plus 242, and Bournemouth 3.7, which is plus 270, Martin.
Yeah, this one was initially going to be a pass from me, but I looked at it and I can see goals in this one. Bournemouth have found their shooting boots in recent weeks. They know that they're up against a real battle for survival now. They've done well to pull themselves out of the relegation zone, but they're only 2 points clear of West Ham. Villa have got dangerous players as well, so they need to keep picking up points. I think they'll go and be reasonably ambitious at Burnley and try to win the game, but Burnley are playing very well. They've got a lot of strikers. Sean Dyche can rotate them. They'll put balls into the box. They'll make life very difficult for Bournemouth. For the outrights, I'd probably be leaning towards the home side, but just because it's relegation battle, you never quite know what's going to happen. So I'm just leaving the outrights, going for both teams to score at odds of 1.95, which is about minus 105, minus 106.
Yeah, listen, that's decent odds for both teams to score. Matt?
I've gone with the home side, the team that is in better form. The team, obviously they're at home here, and Burnley have owned Bournemouth. They've beaten them the last 3 matches that they've gone head to head. And I just look at Bournemouth's road woes. They've just been dreadful on the road for too long. 4 straight losses on the road. They've lost 10 of 13 away from home. They've only won 1 of their last 11 road fixtures here. They don't score enough goals. They don't create enough chances. Give me Burnley. They're tougher. They'll fight for it at Turf Moor. Plus 120. I'm in on it.
Yeah, I thought Burnley were overpriced. I've gone with Burnley myself. I think banker for me. I think it's the banker of the week at the value. I think there's probably 3 or 4 really strong bets, but Burnley at plus money for me are going to be far too strong. The only problem I would have is if it's tight, they overcommit and they could get caught on the break. But at plus money, I was expecting to be like 1.8, and because they're plus 120, I'm actually going Burnley myself. Now, tough game. Looks like a 0-0 as soon as you look at it. Crystal Palace, 1.97 minus 104. Draw, 3.45 plus 245. Newcastle, 4.75, which is plus 375, Matt.
Exactly. Where do the goals come from in this match? Newcastle have owned Palace actually, which was pretty surprising to me when I looked at the numbers. They're unbeaten against Palace in 14 of 16. That was very interesting to me. But Palace unders have been hitting at a very high rate. I mean, under 2.5 goals have hit in 13 of 15 Palace home matches. They're at Selhurst. It's a lean, but I lean under 2 goals here at minus 114. I just don't see where the goals are coming from.
So just a lean, nothing official, Martin?
Nothing official from me on this game either. I think it's going to be the dreariest, most boring game of the weekend. Pity the fans that have to watch that. Two teams that play conservative football, not a dangerous striker in sight. Might be a moment of magic from Wilfried Zaha or Saint Maximin that wins it. But yeah, I think it's going to be an unders game. There's just not the value there. I was looking at under 2.5 goals and the odds were so low that I just thought I can't be getting involved in that. So this one has to be a pass for me.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably want to go with under 1.5 if you was actually going to go. And I dare say that's not as good a value as it normally would be. But there again, copy and paste when we go to Bramall Lane. Sheffield United, 2.0 plus 100, draw 3.4, which is plus 240, and Brighton 4.45, which is plus 3.45. Martin, looks like another low game.
Does look like another low game. Yeah, I'm just surprised to see such high odds on Sheffield United, really. We know how exceptional they've been all season. They're currently sitting 6th. They are 12 points clear of a struggling Brighton side. Brighton are winless in a long, long time. It's a bit risky because Brighton have drawn 3 of their last 5 games. They're a tough team to play against, and they do have a few decent players going forward. But Sheffield United are a very well-oiled machine. They've won 3 on the bounce. They've got home advantage in this game. At those odds, you have to go for it for me. So even money, Sheffield United, home win for me.
Okay, well, it's going to be a pass from me, and the reason is because I can actually see this being a 0-0, 1-1. The draw scares the life out of me in this game. And I couldn't afford to go for Brighton double chance neither because I fancy Sheffield United may just nick one in the last 20 minutes. Matt?
It's a pass for me, but I lean with Sheffield here in a revenge spot. They lost 3-1 to Brighton earlier in the season. Yeah, this one should be low scoring. It should be tight. It's hard not to trust Sheffield from what they've, been continuing to do. They grind out results, and like Martin said, they are a well-oiled machine. I would have to be on them if I were to play it. Okay,
let's go down to the South Coast, and that's my third pass in a row. My team, Southampton, 1.68, which is minus 146 to draw 4.35, which is plus 335. And Villa at 5.4 plus 440. Villa are a massive price, Matt. But do you trust them?
I can't trust them on the road. I'm staying away from the outrights, but these are 2 teams for me that have been great in front of goal, really. They've been the 2 teams that I've been continuously backing overs with. When you just look at the trends, they all add up. 21 of 25 Southampton home matches have seen both teams to score. Villa's last 9 matches have seen both teams to score, and I believe 8 of their last 10 on the road have seen both teams to score. This one is an Alex classic for me, minus 108. I considered both teams to score and Southampton to win at 3, but I'm just going to play it safer, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals, minus 108.
Yeah, Martin, I think Southampton is probably the worst value at 1.68 for the home win, even if maybe 7 times out of 10 they will win this game.
Yeah, but I do quite like Southampton to get back to winning ways in this game. They have been in poor form, winless in their last 4 matches, but they were playing great football before that. They just haven't been taking their chances. They haven't been had enough cutting edge up front. But Villa are in bad form as well. They leak goals. Jack Grealish seems to be their only good player for me. If you can nullify the threat that he poses, you can beat them. So I was looking at Southampton. But yeah, just to get a bit more value, I'm just going to go for the classic under 4.5 goals as well. And I've got 1.87 on... Actually, no, sorry. I don't know why I said that. I'm going for Southampton and over 1.5 goals for a bit more value at 1.87. Yeah, I mean, it could be an under 4.5 goals, but like Matt said, both of these teams are in good goal scoring form. Villa are normally good for a goal, but they concede frequently. So I can see Southampton winning this 2-1 or something like that.
Well, 2-1 will be good because that'll mean you'll both get paid. I'm actually going to have to pass this game. Now, this is a really, really interesting game. Leicester play Man City at the King Power. Leicester 4.6, which is plus 360. Draw 4.2, which is plus 320. And Man City 1.76, which is minus 132. Man City play Madrid next week. Does that have any bearing on this game, Martin, at the weekend? And if so, does that mean Leicester are value at 360?
I think it might have a bearing on the game, perhaps in the second half. If Man City are winning, they might take a foot off the brake and just try and ease to victory. Obviously, the league title's gone for them now. They really want to win the Champions League, especially with the announcement that we had last week. It would be a two fingers up to UEFA to go and win the Champions League after that ban came in. So I can see them perhaps not taking as many risks in the second half. But I think it's important for them to carry momentum into that Real Madrid game. You don't want to be coming off a loss to Leicester when you've got such a big game as that. They've got a big squad. They've got lots of forwards. Pep can rotate a bit. I like Man City to win at the moment. I think they're going to be angry. They're going to have their tails up. They're going to have a point to prove. I can see them easily taking care of Leicester. We saw Liverpool go there and win 4-0 earlier this season. Leicester's form has slipped a bit recently. Player for player, Man City are by far the better team. I'm going for the home win. The away win, 1.79.
Okay, you're just going to go for the straight Man City win. Matt?
Yeah, I can't really get involved in this match until I see the lineups. I really want to see what City are going to do with their back line with Laporte. Is he going to receive rest before they travel to Spain? This one is a lineup check for me, really. It's hard to get involved here on a Thursday in this one. I think that Leicester could represent value on match day, but, Brendan Rodgers hasn't beat Pep Guardiola one time in his career. I can definitely see City getting the job done here. Like Martin said, they're angry right now with what's going on. This is just a tough one for me to gauge. I have a slight lean right now just because I think that City will play more cautiously. The league's gone, so I don't expect Laporte to play. I have Leicester plus 3/4 of a goal, minus 110 as a lean.
You love a lean. You sit on that fence anymore, you'll get splinters. I'm going to go in Man City to win and over 1.5 goals at 1.95, which is minus 106. I think that Man City, I think they've got too much. I think their squad's too good. Remember, there's other things up for grabs, like Aguero being top scorer. They need the cohesion. So for me, Man City go there. They win 2-0, maybe 2-1, but over 1.5 goals. At 1.95, happy to be at Man City there. Now let's go to Old Trafford. Man United 1.62, which is minus 162. Draw 4.0, which is plus 300. And Watford 6.55, plus 555. And the air has gone out of Watford's balloon a little bit, and I don't see him getting anything at Old Trafford. Matt?
I agree with you. This is a pass match for me, though. I do think that United should be able to get the job done here at Old Trafford. Watford have slipped a bit in form, but, United do have a midweek fixture here. They're playing right now as we speak, so that'll be interesting to take a look at. I could see this one being cagey. I think that Watford can keep this match close. I don't see a ton of difference in the quality of these squads, really. I don't. So, but it's a pass for me.
Okay, Martin, do you like Man United and under 4.5 goals by any chance?
Not really, Flash. I've got it on the TV in the background. Not really watching it, but saw a bit of the first half and very laborious performance from Man United. They're limping to a 1-1 draw with Bruges. They are going to be a bit tired. Watford are a big, strong, athletic side. They've got a lot more to play for. They're really going to go for it. I think it looks like a potential banana skin for Man United for me. So yeah, I'm just going to pass it. I think Watford could spring a surprise there.
Okay, well, I'm going to go for Man United. I'm going to go Man United to win and over 1.5 goals at 1.95, the same as Man City at Leicester, which is minus 106. I think Man United, it's play Sunday, so really it's only just like a Wednesday night game. I don't expect all the Man United stars would have played tonight. So there'll be a little bit of rotation. I think they'll be too quick. But I would also say that I don't think this will be a 3-1 or 4-0 game. I think this will probably be maybe a 2-0, 2-1 at best. So Man United to win and over 1.5 goals at 1.95. Okay, Wolves 1.55 minus 183, draw 4.45, which is plus 345, and Norwich 7.0, which is plus 600. Two things here. I think Wolves are very short, but I think there's no value on Norwich either, Martin.
No, I can't be backing Norwich when they're bottom of the league and they've lost 16 out of 26 games. Timu Puki's goals have dried up a little bit, and they look very suspect at the back. But at that odds, it does look like a bit of a trap for me. You'd have to give them a reasonable handicap or throw in a caveat of goals as well. And I'm not really sure. This is the sort of game that Wolves could end up drawing. They do draw a lot of games. They're playing tonight, so they're not going to be as fresh as Norwich. They don't have a big squad like Man United do. Just for that reason, I'm going to have to pass it.
Okay, Matt, is it a pass from you, or do you like Wolves?
It's a tough match here. I mean, it's really hard to find value. I think I found a little bit. I'm going to take Wolves and the under 4.5 goals here, finding that at minus 135, hovering around that 1.7 range. You know, this one for me, it's just, I know that Wolves are at least, well, first of all, I'm backing them today as well against Espanyol. So at least they're at home today in this Europa League Thursday fixture. And so they don't have any travel issues. And I just think that they're going to be too much for this Norwich side at Molineux. I think that they should get 3 points here pretty comfortably. Okay,
yeah, I agree. I've gone with Wolves again. Copy and paste, over 1.5 goals in the game at 1.84, which is minus 120. I think Wolves have just carved them open. I don't see Norwich, because the problem is with Norwich, they've got to go and have a go. And if you go and have a go, you're going to leave the back door open, and these boys will exploit it. And I think that they win this game comfortably, maybe 2-0, 3-1. And remember what Matt said before. There's every chance that Wolves could concede a goal first half because they're so slow starting. If they were anywhere near 0-0, 1-0 at half time, then they will go on and win the game. Now, 6 to 8 weeks ago, this would have been the biggest trap price that the season has actually seen. Arsenal, 2.08 at home, which is plus 108. Draw 3.7, which is plus 270. And Everton, 3.75, which is plus 275. Martin, again, I'm going to start with you because you're the Arsenal fan. But Arsenal at 2.08 at home, it's too good to pass up, surely.
Yeah, it's an amazing set of odds. I know that Everton are in good form, playing very well under Carlo Ancelotti, but Arsenal have a good record against Everton. We've turned them over a number of times in recent years at the Emirates. If Arsenal play with the sort of intensity and desire that they showed in that second half against Newcastle, they'll blow them away. Everton aren't a great team defensively. Finally, it looked like Arsenal's forwards had clicked into gear. They were all playing really well. They all got on the score sheet. Even Lacazette broke his goal drought. And Newcastle aren't a team that concede a lot of goals, so they really did a number on them. That should really improve their confidence. I think they benefited from having 2 weeks with Arteta on the training ground without any games, for him to drill a bit of his tactical ideas into the team. And yeah, they look good. A lot will probably depend on how they fare tonight. Hopefully they don't get any injuries. But yeah, I think at home, you've got to go with Arsenal at that sort of price. It's a great set of odds, and I'm certainly going to take it.
Yeah, don't complicate it. Just get on the 2.08. Matt, you in agreement?
I am, but I just can't find the nerve to pull the trigger here yet. This one is tough. I know that Arsenal have dominated Everton for over a decade now, it seems like, but I would be on the draw here. There's been so many Arsenal draws, maybe the unders here, but yeah, it's just, I cannot. I'm riding on the fence again. Splinters for sure.
Okay, well, I ain't even bothering. I just saw 2.08 and it was so close to being my banker. I thought, come on now. This normally you'd see Arsenal anywhere between maybe 1.6 and maybe 1.45 on this type of game. So how the hell are we getting 2.08? I'm thinking, are they taking in Europa League? Well, the Europa League, they won't play all their stars. So for me, 2.08 at home, feel-good factors on its way back if it's not full up to the 100% level. So 2.08 Arsenal. Was even thinking of Arsenal win to nil, but because I got it last week, I'm not going back to the well again. Now, Monday night. I don't even know why this game's on Monday night. It's hardly a crowd puller. Liverpool 1.2, which is minus 500. Draw 8.0, which is plus 700. West Ham 19.0, which is plus 1800. Poor old West Ham, they had to go to the Etihad the other night and they got beat 2-0. And now they have to go to Anfield, Matt.
Yeah, the tough run of fixtures for West Ham here. It's really hard to find value in this match. If I had anything, I don't even have the odds up right now. Liverpool win to nil, possibly. What is that at? Do you guys have that up right now? I'm sorry.
I would say that's probably around 1.5, 1.6. Can you have a look, please, Martin?
So that's not going to do it for me. It's a pass. West Ham they just don't show you anything. They're going to be sitting way back here. Actually, now when I think about it, the way that they sat back against City yesterday, they're going to be doing the same thing at Anfield. I kind of like when they go with left center back Cresswell, left back Mazuaku. There's two lefties there. They're going to be sitting way, way back. This probably has unders written all over it. I don't see how West Ham score.
So are you having anything official, or are you just going to sit on that fence again?
No, let's make something official here.
Well,
I'm going to go with the under 3.5 goals at minus 115.
Well, that's not bad. That is not bad at all, Martin.
No, I mean, I've been going Liverpool and under 4.5 goals week in, week out, making it my banker. It always pays off every week. They're not trying to blow teams away anymore. They're just trying to be clinical. They're trying to grind out victories. It's important for them to get back to winning ways in this game after that match against Atletico Madrid. It was a horrible game for them because they made an error. Atletico Madrid scored early. 11 men behind the ball. They just didn't have a chance to show what they're capable of. I think they're going to want to have a morale-boosting victory in this game. But then they're probably not going to want to go too hard. They've got a few injuries. A few players are looking a bit leggy at the moment. So we could see a slightly rotated squad. And I can see Liverpool grinding out another relatively low-scoring win. My only worry is West Ham do have a habit of getting thrashed, which is why I'll probably stick with the under 4.5 goals. I can't really see them scoring. Maybe they will score one. But yeah, Liverpool under 4.5 goals is my one on this. The odds are 1.67, which isn't huge, but if you make it your banker, then you get a larger stake on it. That's what I'll go for. Just out of interest, seeing as you mentioned it, Liverpool to win to nil is even money, which is plus 100, which is pretty good if you fancy that.
Yeah, it is pretty good. It was a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Okay, Matt, can you run down all your leans? I'm only joking, not your leans. Your actual selections, and give us a banker, please, mate.
Yes, I've got 5 selections here, so there's not been too many lanes here. But I've got Chelsea and Spurs at under 2.5 goals at evens. That's my banker. Burnley plus 120. Southampton, Villa, both teams to score in over 2.5 goals, minus 108. Wolves and the under 4.5 goals at minus 135. And Liverpool, West Ham, under 3.5 goals at minus 120, or actually, I think it's minus 115.
Yeah.
So,
okay, Martin, can you do the same and give us your banker, please?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to go for a straight win for Chelsea, 1.8. Both teams to score in that Burnley v Bournemouth game at 1.95. Sheffield United to beat Brighton at 2.01. Southampton and over 1.5 goals against Aston Villa at 1.87. Man City to win at the King Power at 1.79. Victory for the mighty Arsenal at 2.07 at the Emirates when they host Everton. And banker has to be Liverpool and under 4.5 goals at 1.67.
Okay.
Pays off every week.
Did you have a parlay at all?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm going to go Spurs double chance at 2.15, which is plus 115. Burnley to win at 2.2, which is plus 120. I'm going to go Man City to win and over 1.5 goals at 1.95, which is minus 106. Manchester United to win and over 1.95. And over 1.5, which is 1.95 minus 106. Wolves exactly the same. Wolves to win and over 1.5 at 1.84, which is minus 120. Arsenal, just straight win, 2.08. My banker is obviously Burnley at 2.2, which is plus 120. And my parlay, my first parlay for a couple of weeks, is Arsenal to win at 2.08 and Man City straight win at 1.76, which is minus 132. So good luck, gentlemen. Martin, good luck in the European scene. Obviously, you'll do La Liga. Matt, have a great weekend. I'll get Alex to send over the details so you can put your bets in. And we'll have a little look and see how we go next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Flash.
Cheers, boys.